Today we're joined by softball senior captain Sydney Longley and sophomore captain Haley Waghorn. Thank you for taking the time to talk about the season, guys. So we were talking a little bit before we started recording here about the changing face of the program since you last played a regular season game, which I realize Sydney might have a little more insight into. But 2 years ago was the last time you guys played. You weren't able to play any games last spring, and you have 16 players on the roster. 13 of them weren't on the roster 2 years ago. So I'm curious, maybe start with Sydney, just the complexion of the program. What have you seen in the last 2 years about just sort of the changing face of the program?
Yeah, we're definitely getting stronger every single year when we bring on new girls. I mean, looking at our program now, we only have 3 returners. It's me and then 2 junior outfielders. So our infielding and our catching looks completely different. And I think it'll be interesting this season to see how we all mesh together, not playing and not have not played together for 2 years. But I think with the practices now, we're scrimmaging one another and we're looking really strong. So I'm excited to compete on the field again with my team and just see the progress that's happened in the last 2 years off the field.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about just Haley from when you started, um, how things are, even different from fall ball your first year? And you guys didn't get any. Did you guys get any games this past fall?
No.
Right. No. So even for you, what's different from even a year and a half ago when you first hit the field here?
Yeah, so obviously, when I first started playing in the fall, like there's a lot of community in our on our team, and I really realized that we definitely have something with. I know there's a lot of new people on the team, but I think that there's a lot of potential there to become great. So I know there's like a few players like Sydney, we have Courtney, Lee, they've all have experience. There's a bunch of people on our team right now that don't have this experience, but I think that we're going to gain it very quickly, and we're going to show a lot of our competitors that we've been doing a lot. Like Sydney has said, we've been practicing, and it's really showing that we have a lot of potential here to do something great.
Do you guys come into a season like this where it's like you said, it's a team that hasn't maybe fully meshed yet? Do you come in thinking, okay, we need to win X number of games, or is it just we haven't had a chance to get outside in a while, to be together, and for now, enjoy that moment and sort of see how things come together this spring?
I think it's a combination of both. I think our goal as a team is to have a winning season and obviously surpass that. But I think taking each game like day by day, and like we're gonna play each team 4 times, which is something we've also never done before. So it's not something anyone is used to. And I think just taking each game as like a learning moment for our team and growing to get better each game. Maybe we don't win the first game of the series, but we come back the next day in the 4th game and we take it. Like just taking each opportunity to grow as a team and connect. And I know this is a little off topic, but so much like of the team chemistry happens when we play in Florida, and missing those 10 games that we don't have, our team is really trying to make up for it now, whether it's the 3-hour Sunday practices or getting on Zoom together and doing like academic mental health check-ins, and just trying to do like team bonding as best as we can while still following COVID protocols.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Haley, do you have any thoughts on that? Just what you guys have done to try to stay together, and maybe even you have I believe 5 first years, trying to pull them into the program, make them feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's definitely been one of the main challenges this year, is trying to figure out how we can include those people, because we've already had like the sophomores and up, we've already had some of that little bit of that team bonding already, but trying to incorporate some of the new upcoming freshmen into this is like definitely difficult with COVID. So honestly, our team group chat, we've been like texting, doing like weird stuff, trying to get together. It's really been a fun experience, and I think we're starting to get closer. Along with the practices too, we're able to like mesh a little bit together, but definitely different now being able to have games right now or during the fall. And that's usually some of the time that we'll use to team bond a little bit. So just finding new ways, I guess.
And I think too, in a way, like a crazy way, having the pods in the beginning helped us too, because we got to form closer connections at practice with the group of 5 or group of 6, whatever we had. And especially in the first 2 weeks of the spring season, going to lift early mornings and then going to practice with the same group of pod, you really get to know who's in your group, like at a deeper level. And I know Haley's group had 2 freshmen, or first years. I had 1 first year. So just like getting them like kind of split up, but meeting other people of the team, and now we're all together and like sharing what we know. Like people are like, oh, like this person does this, and we're like, oh my gosh, like I want to know about that. So just like forming those closer connections is honestly making our team stronger.
I agree.
I know that coach is really into making sure you guys have good swag. I mean, you have nice new helmets. I always feel like I see you all going about to practice and you're in full uniform. Like it's very, dress well to perform well type of thing. I mean, what are your practices like? Because I imagine it's very task oriented and we want to get things done and keep learning and keep getting better. What is that? Is that sort of an intensity that's almost game like?
I would definitely say so. So for us, we hit 2 days a week, and then we field 2 days a week. And then on Sundays for 3 hours, we scrimmage. And like we go through those scrimmages, well, not really scrimmages, it's called Live on 5, but it's basically a scrimmage. And I think we take that very game serious. Like we're working on the mental game a lot. And what that means, like red light, yellow light, green light. Haley can talk about a lot more of that because she works with Joe. But just incorporating the mental aspect into our scrimmages, that's something that we want to also incorporate into the game. And I think like we're working out lifting, we're working out mentally. So all those pieces combined, we're taking to a very serious level, and we're hoping that translates into our playing on the field.
Yeah, another thing that coach was trying to like change these past few years is our appearance. So that's why we're getting like all new stuff. We want to look good too. So obviously like the talent's there and now the appearance is there. So we're really excited about that. And I have to agree with Sydney, like our practices are very structured so far. We're getting into more like game like at bats and playing as if we're going to be playing against our competitors. And another thing that I've really enjoyed is having Coach Joe on our team for our mental aspect of softball. It's a huge part of softball, and I think that how you perceive the game and how you come at the game, if you come at it in a positive aspect, you're gonna see better results. And that's kind of what Joe is talking about, changing your attitude. If like you make an error, you know what, next pitch.
It's one of those sports where you almost have to be able. I keep hearing terms that I never heard when I was growing up playing baseball, but I hear them a lot these days. Flush it. You have to flush it and just start over. I should also mention, head coach Nick Goodrow, his brother Joe Goodrow, has been the mental skills coach. I don't know that I got his title exactly right, but that's what he works on with you all. Anything else that maybe I haven't thought to ask you guys about, just getting back at it? And I know I've asked a couple other student athletes about, you knew the plan was to have a season, and hey, finally there was a schedule that was released, and you see opponents and you see dates. And I mean, was that something where within the team, within the group chat, or at the next practice, you're all just saying, this is happening? Yes, finally.
Yeah,
we're all super excited.
I remember getting out of practice and I went on my Instagram and I saw that NE10 posted on like that they're committed to having spring sports, and I sent it in our group chat because we were in practice when it was released and we didn't hear about it, and I was just so excited. And then I remember coach telling us the schedule was released and that excitement, and we started our countdown, which is like 20 practices until our first game. And so tonight is practice number 13, I think. And, we're just counting down the days and we're getting so excited and so pumped to finally play. I know some girls played over the summer, but like for people like me who've aged out of travel, like it's the first time I'm stepping on the field in the fast pitch travel scenario, and like just seeing live batters, and it's exciting, but it's also like a kind of a shock in a way too.
Mm-hmm.
Haley, for you guys, your class in particular, because you have 8 from your class, I believe, on the roster. That's half the roster. Did you all sort of get a sense of, okay, this is finally happening? We didn't play as first years. We're finally going to get some college experience, and almost a reset. Like, okay, our rookie year begins on March 20th, at home.
Yeah, we're definitely all really eager to see what the competition is like, because we've only gotten a small snippet playing Assumption. But I think we're really looking forward to this season because we haven't really gotten any experience in playing these teams, and I think that we're gonna have a fun time with it. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna show people, and I think that all the sophomores, especially in my group, in my class, we're all super excited. And it's not really like a fear; it's more of like a drive to like do some good with this program.
You guys don't know the NE10 yet. That's a good thing. That's all right. You go out and you play another team.
Yeah, they don't know the NE10, but the NE10 also doesn't know them, which that's a good thing for us.
I like that frame of mind. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to talk about the season, and obviously good luck as we finally get you back outside.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
For talking with us. We're very excited. Franklin Pierce is our first game, and we're ready for it.
Yes, very excited for that.